hit the button before next week. And we're live. And we're live.
And we're like,
So
so
we said we were gonna come back for season 4. And look at would you look at that, here we are. Y'all, this episode was it was really good. Like Tyler Perry came out the gates swinging, honey, okay? Um And y'all, he didn't fall asleep this time. He actually made it through the whole episode. Just look happy out there. Just look happy out. Anyway, um, the episode picks up with the situation with Hayden, or as I like to call him, Hater. The situation picks up with him, and they show the aftermath of that,
yeah,
or whatever, whatever. And if I say
I,
whatever, whatever, like y'all, that's just how I talk. Never mind. Um, And then I really want to get to this scene with Fatima and Andy when they were in the office discussing what was going
sure,
on.
yeah, because we're about to talk, Andy, why would you tell Fatima that you were? Hold on, y'all. This should be a little bit better. Yes, give me the light I need, because I should have cut the light on. But I didn't want to call my staff and ask them to hand me the light. But anyway, Fatima, why would you? I mean, Andy, why would you tell Fatima that you are sleeping with the boss? Why would you do that? That's not even smart, Andy. I thought you was gonna keep this under wraps. You are for real like the sideline. No, you are for real like the hole at the door. I don't know if y'all see for better or for worse, but when Miss Vera said the hole at the door, yeah, that's you, Andy. The hole at the door.
Because it's like I understand you establishing a friendship with Fatima, which I have no problem with because I love Fatima. But at the interest of fairness here, it's not a good thing to kind of have the whole I'm sleeping with the boss thing kind of going around because yeah, that doesn't look good on a professional level. And yeah,
Not
that's just messy. Yeah, no, we don't want
yeah,
that.
yeah. Another scene that I would like to get into is when the the FBI came to Karen's place and they was like, "Do you live with Zach?" And she was like, "No." And she was like, "What is this about?" And she was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't tell you that." And you just kept questioning her. When it comes to the FBI, eh, now let me speak on this, man, because I got. When it comes to the FBI, they don't tell you shit. That's why she just told you that she's looking for that. The FBI ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Well, listen, when you're dealing
The,
with feds, because I have family members who are actual federal agents, when you're dealing with feds, they legally cannot tell you what they're doing. All they can do is ask you questions. Now, they can't necessarily tell you why because it's an investigation and it's an open investigation. So they really
investigation.
can't give out any details as to what's going on. But all you had
Exact.
to say was, no, a Zachary Taylor doesn't live with me. I know him, but I don't know nothing about what's going on. But you was just frustrating the hell out this lady like she wanted to bother you. Sis, nobody wanted to bother you. She was just doing her job. And that's the way that she has to do it, ma'am. That's the way that she has to do her job.
Correct.
And now I understand you didn't know Zach was under investigation. I get you didn't know anything about anything. You really don't know what the hell going on. And I understand that. But the fact that you were so rude to this lady was just, Karen, why are you so bitter, honey? Like what happened? Why you so bitter and angry? Why
Yes.
you giving me
Yes.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman tease? Why are you giving me that? Like, you said you wanted to have a baby by Zach. You allegedly have one, even though you don't look that pregnant at all. But then again, I've never been pregnant before, so I don't know how you're supposed to look at what time you're supposed to look at. But you don't look pregnant at all. Your stomach looks flatter than flat tummy tea. I'm trying to figure out where.
Well, well, babe, I can speak on this. At 3 months, your whole stomach gonna be flat. It's like fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. About the 7th month, she should be showing. And I'm telling you now, Tyler, I'm telling you now, if she's not showing within these next 4 to 5 episodes, I'm coming and I'm Drake. Got it, got it.
And
So now we're
so
gonna
now we're gonna go to the situation at the not so empty bank. Not the empty bank. You got customers and everything. Okay, Tyler. Got customers and other tellers working in the AKA former empty bank. Child, I'm proud of you. You was listening, girl. Anyway, we
yeah,
get to the
Tyler.
bank. Maurice is in his feelings because Sabrina was talking about his daddy, yada yada do. And it's like, okay, I realize she shouldn't have done that. I realize it's intrusive or whatever. But you being mad at her is not going to change what happened. Like, it still happened.
Exact, exactly. Messy Queen. It's not gonna change anything.
Like, I
I'm sorry.
understand that she probably needed to mind her business, but she didn't do that. So we're gonna need to move forward with the situation. And Sabrina, why are you sending Calvin in there to talk to that man, knowing
Exactly.
he didn't want to talk to you? So what makes you think he want to talk to your man? Man, and my Martin voice. Um, that whole scene was just a mess, and they was just trying to find
Right,
a way to give Maurice some airtime because they really didn't have nothing for him to do this episode. But hey, um,
right. And while we speaking of Maurice, Mr. Maurice gets a call from real cool Q. Why did you even answer the phone? Why did you even answer the phone? Soon as you heard you have a collect call from, that was your moment to hang up. And Q, and Q, and Q, and Q, and Q, Q, Q. And why are you asking Maurice, can you come live with him after you done robbed him? I saw that in the previews. I saw it in the previews.
why would
You
you want to
robbed
live with a man that you robbed? Why would you want to live with him? You just took all his stuff.
exactly,
Like you almost cleaned Maurice out, but yet you want to go live with the man that you nearly cleaned out. Like I don't understand. What? And why would you think Maurice would let you come live with him? Girl, what kind of man do you think Maurice is? Look, I know Maurice is stupid, but I don't believe he that stupid. Child, he just got robbed. He could have died. That man had a whole gun.
Exactly. Exactly. And you calling him talking about some, oh, oh, can I come live with you? And then on next episode, we see that you getting out of jail. Tyler, Tyler, you again, you again, you again, you again, you again. It's once somebody goes to jail, it's not that easy for somebody to get out. I'm
He said,
from, I'm
and like,
from,
how do he get, how do he get out? He just got there. Like,
exa-
how you just go to jail for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden you free? What kind of plea deal did you take? Sis?
uh,
What
and,
what
and, and who did you snitch on? Because, like, that's the question I'm asking.
like how are
Because
you
don't
out of
nobody,
jail this
in,
quickly?
in 2 weeks, how are
Like
you out of jail? Like, seriously, how are you out of jail? Hey, one viewer.
and pause. Let me go back to this Karen thing for a second when she showed up at Zach's location. I ain't gonna say house because he ain't got no furniture, no nothing. He just got some bricks and some boards. Okay, he just got some bricks and some boards, and there ain't no house yet. It's gonna turn to a house later on, but it ain't that right now.
No, no, no,
Karen,
but
how
the
you
but
find out where this
the
man live? How do you know where he lives? He just got the he just got the place. How you know his address? Girl, let me find out
yeah.
you put a tracker in his car. Girl, let me find out you put the
Hey,
tracker in the
Ralph.
car, not the tracker in the
Hey,
car.
Leilani's kitchen. Yeah, let us find out that you put a tracking device in Zach's car. Like, what are we doing?
How you
Are we
find
just
out where how do you know where this man lives? And how was Pam able to tell you? How? How do she
exactly?
know? How do she know where Zach lives? And she
Yeah,
went right to the right house. I'm like, how? Never mind.
like like how do
Like,
you know where Zach? How does Pam know? That's the
right. That's
question.
what I'm trying to figure
That's
out.
the
Like,
that's the question of the month. That's the question of the goddamn day. How does like how do you like? I don't understand that, Tyler. Tyler. Oh yeah, the scene. Okay, I'm moving ahead. Go ahead.
like, and then that white lady came in there and was like, they found Hayden dead in the parking lot. I'm like, girl, come on, man. Come on, man. First of all, he was in season 4. So he was in all of the behind the scenes footage for season 4.
For
So he's not dead now. They might have assumed he was dead due to the fact that he's unconscious. Unless Tyler Perry rewrote the thing, hell, I don't know. But I don't think the man is dead.
we
But that
don't.
white lady don't know that. She probably just see some man slumped over in the car. She probably think he's dead. Hell, what do she know?
He
Anyway,
probably he probably sleep on break. You know, some
oh he
people they go to
oh
their
he
car.
sleep. Fatima and this scene with Fatima and Gary. Listen, Fatima, I know you crazy and all that good stuff, but I'm not playing around with Gary. I'm not playing around with Gary and his shenanigans. Honey, I'm not because he knows too many people. I am not going there with Gary the Nutcracker. I ain't going there with him. I'm not going there with that dude.
Bay,
I'm not going there with
bay,
that dude.
bay.
That dude got too many connections and too much power. I ain't going there with that dude. He is not for the play, ma'am. And Gary, how you? keep showing up at her job like that? You ain't got no job. I ain't never seen you go to work or do anything. You just got a whole bunch of free time to do whatever you want, huh? How you show up at her job? Like, hi.
How how do you have that much free time on your hands?
And like,
Like
how do you keep getting in is what I'm trying to understand. Like, how do you get, like, this is a law firm. How you just, I'm here to see
how
Miss
you do,
Barnes. Like, what the,
how how do you get into a law firm? Like like
like,
Tyler Perry,
none of
you
those
gotta
people know you by now. They've seen you 100 times. They know you ain't coming in there for no case. So why do they just allow you in there? They know you in there on some stalker stuff. So I don't get why you keep getting let in.
exactly.
Like, what is going on? And my thing is this with Andy and Gary. Andy, either you gonna break up with Gary or you gonna be with
Well,
him.
you not know no. Right. That's the
Either you
same thing
gonna
I
pee or get
said.
off the pod. Like all this, we broke up, we not, we broke up, we not, we
Becoming
broke up, we not. It
becoming
just, do you really want Robin or are you using him to get over Gary? Cause I ain't gonna lie,
yeah.
I have done that before, so I can kind of relate to that whole scenario. I've used men to get over other men, but is that what you're doing? Cause it sounds like you're only messing around with Robin because you're pissed off at Gary, and then it seems like when you're not pissed off at Gary no more, you're gonna drop Robin like a hot potato.
Potato. Right. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like to me, Andy, that you're mad at Gary, but when you get over being mad at Gary, you're gonna go back to Gary and you're gonna stop sleeping with your boss.
Which is probably what you should do. But see, this is why you shouldn't play with your boss because your boss is going to make sure you get everything as long as you keep
Yeah,
sleeping with the man. The minute you stop sleeping with
I'm
this
sleeping
man,
with him.
that is when
Is
your job is going to become in jeopardy because he's gonna be like, "Oh, you went back to Gary? Five, five,
fire,
it's five."
fire, fire, fire. Yeah,
Cause
he's
he's
going
gonna be
to leave.
petty. He's going to be petty if you leave him alone and go back to Gary. He's going to be petty and be in his feelings, so he gonna be like, "You fired," and then you gonna be done lost everything on the account of your hot pocket. You lost everything because of your hot pocket. Lost everything. Ain't got no job,
Exactly.
no money, no nothing because of your hot pocket. Like you,
No, I no, and I wanna talk about when they was in the bedroom and the scene. Tyler Perry, Tyler. And I know I'm being Petty Roosevelt. I know I'm being petty, but listen, if you're going to have a sex scene, why not have her wear her clothes off and just blurt it out? What is with all this?
because why are these people having sex with their clothes on? I'm just trying to figure out how are you having any type of sex with your clothes on. I'm trying to understand. And like, how many scenes are we gonna show Robin and Andy just laying in the bed? Like, we don't actually see them on top of each other. We don't actually see them doing anything. We just see them laying in the bed. Like, why do we see that? Like,
Yeah, why do we see that?
now with Zach and Fatima, we get to see them in action, but why you don't show nobody else in action, Tyler? Why we don't get to see nobody else in action? All we get to see is, oh, he laying in the bed. They laying in the bed. Like
And, and why do you show them laying in the bed with clothes? You show Andy laying in the bed every scene with clothes on.
every scene you show her laying in the bed with that same bra on. She done had that same bra on for forever. When she gonna take that bra off?
No, I can't give you credit, Tyler. I can give you credit when credit is due. When because you finally did something I've been wanting you to do personally. This is just for me. You finally made Preston say it was over between them two.
Even though we know it's not over.
Oh, it's over.
Oh no, it ain't over.
oh, oh, it's over. It is
Yeah,
O V
just like
E
we thought
R.
Calvin and Miranda was over. Yeah, that's not over either. I know that's a different show, y'all, but I'm just saying. Like,
No, they're over. No, they're over because he's doing it to the girl with the pink dress and the short hair.
uh, but that's not Miranda. That's his fiance. He cheated on his fiance with that girl with the short hair. I think they just put that girl in the show for filler. I don't think Calvin was ever gonna marry her to begin with. But hey, wrong show, y'all. But we gonna get back to that. Um, it's just the situation with Danny. I have a lot of experience with this guy to the left, or he might be to the right of me. I don't know which direction he in, but it don't matter. This dude is a male version of Danny. He will walk around with stuff on him. You don't know what the hell going on. And then all of a sudden it just boil over like a big old pot of gumbo. And you're looking like, Raphael, where's all this coming from? Where? Like where? What
Bae,
I
can you,
felt why Danny was,
bae,
huh?
bae,
I felt why Preston was so frustrated. Because
bae,
huh?
can you, can you talk for a second? Cause I'm about to call my stuff so he can make me something to eat.
Okay. I'm gonna talk
But
about
I,
you while you gone. I get to shade him while he gone, y'all. Yay. Anyway,
I'm not
um,
gonna, I'm not gonna be gone. But I'm about to put this camera on mute.
well,
I
that
mean,
don't
I'm about.
mean, and that don't mean you gonna hear me, y'all. This dude is a male version of Danny. Like,
Yes, it does. It does. It does mean that I can hear you. But go ahead, finish talking.
I get why Preston was so frustrated because dealing with this guy over here, I went through a lot of what Preston goes through because he used to say that he wanted space, and then he would say that he didn't want it, and then he did want it, then he didn't want it, then he did want it, then he didn't want it. Like it was a roller coaster. And I'm glad Preston stood up for himself Like Danny don't know what she wants, and Preston doesn't deserve a woman that doesn't know what she wants because he's too good of a guy to deal with that. Like that's like Danny was being real ungrateful, even though she had some good points. But when you got a man that loves you like that, um, when you got a man that loves you like that, you gotta be a little bit more grateful. Like I'm just saying, I understand her point, but I also understand it's hard to get men to deal with women like Danny. And so when a man finally does want to deal with you that's treating you well, I don't think you should take that for granted. I really don't. Because you could end up with something worse.
True.
And like I said, I've dealt
True.
with that with this guy. Like he will walk around with stuff and you don't know where it's coming from. And then all of a sudden it's like boom, guess who stepped in the room? And it's like, wait a minute, why you didn't tell me all of this? And Raphael's one of these. I did tell you. Not exactly.
I
I don't
did.
know what the hell you talking about. But you saying you told me,
Okay.
but I don't know what you're talking about. And people like this is very
Keep going.
confusing because they say I
That's
can't
good.
express my feelings because
Okay.
of how it's gonna look and da 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 da. And
And put it on 13.
I'm like, well, how do you
Yeah.
expect people to know how you
If
feel
I got to.
if you don't say anything?
If I got to. If I have two sauces.
You can't get mad at things that people don't know. Like we don't know. Just like he gets mad at me for things that he don't know. He's like, well, I didn't know that. You didn't say anything. But when it's his turn, it's like, you know, I can't express my feelings like that. Well, how am I supposed to know if you don't say what it is? Like, don't explode on me because I don't know what I walked into. I have no idea, sir. But it's like Danny needs to work on herself, and I don't think she's willing to work on herself because I feel like working on herself is going to be hard work, and I don't think she wants to deal with that. I really don't think Danny wants to be bothered with that, because
But
working on
but
yourself does take a lot of work,
but
and you
she's
have to
gonna
be
have to.
willing to. You have to be more than willing to want to do that because working on yourself is hard work. And some people don't like hard work. Some people don't want to deal with things that are hard to do. Like that's just how some people feel. Like you know, it's just it's just a thing of. I always tell him, people that make effort to change are the people that I'm willing to work with. But people that are just not trying to do anything and that's just the way I am and it is what it is. Like I can't help people like that because they're unwilling to be taught anything. Like you can't teach somebody like that anything. You-
I disagree.
And
So
like some people that have the stance of this is the way I am, it is what it is, deal with it. How am I gonna help you? Somebody saying hi to you with a bunch of purple hearts in the comments. Um, His favorite
Oh
color is
yeah.
actually blue, but purple, purple works.
No, that's like Lonnie's kitchen.
But my thing is this, like I've had to really, with the help of, you know, his counselor slash therapist, I have had to really work on him expressing what he feels. Because he always talking about how he's not a mind reader. Well, people can't read your mind either. Like we don't know. And he used to have the perception of somebody saying they don't know as them playing stupid, like, oh, he just trying to act like he don't know what's going on. Sometimes we really don't know what's going on. Sometimes we not acting. Sometimes we really don't know. We really don't understand. And that is where you gotta work with us at. Because everybody's not trying to play a game with you. Everybody's, some people really don't know what's going on. What I get why he's that way, because his family has treated him a certain way and did certain things. So he has a hard time accepting when people don't know things. Like he do know. He just trying to say he don't know. He do know. But everybody don't though. But our relationship has gotten a lot better in those areas because I'm like, look, you gotta tell me. I don't wanna assume
So
anything.
hold on. Is it on? Uh, it's okay. I know.
We finished up the episode because it really wasn't a lot to the episode, but we're going to be here for the coming weeks. We're gonna be here a long time, my guy, because season 4 is 22 episodes, and we just finished the first one, so we got 21 more episodes to go. So it's a long ride. Now, y'all, I want to get into this. I want to get into this debate that me and this chocolate thing over here was
Okay.
having.
Well, we're gonna have to do an episode of settling the score.
We're gonna
So
have
when
to
do you?
bring an episode to you guys for a reason because I put up a post last night because I was up and I decided I wanted to post something. And it was about this guy talking about give me my money
Save it,
back or
save,
whatever.
save, save it
Hold
for
on,
the
I'm
settle.
giving them a preview. Now, I'm just gonna tell y'all about me. This has nothing to do with him. How I am. Borrowing and giving is two different things, in my opinion. When you borrow, that means you borrow with the intention of you're going to get your money back. Giving is like
We're
giving
going
it
to
away.
yes. That's the last little bit of the preview. So when do you want to do this? Do you want to do this right now?
You know what? Since it's fresh on my mind, we're gonna end this live and we're gonna come back with that episode because he really has an interesting perspective on this particular way of thinking. He like, no, 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 that's none of that. Excuse me, excuse me, because we gonna ask you guys about this because we can't seem to agree. So we're gonna bring it to the YouTube community. We're gonna come back in a couple seconds and we're gonna get into it as we get into it because we was having a
Yeah,
drag out debate last night about this.
yeah. So we're gonna be back. We're gonna end this one. So come back for our settling the score episode. All right, y'all. Deuces.
Bye bye.